What's up, everybody, man? Back with another video today to explain to people who might get the misconception about, red pill philosophy. Because I mean, it's the same thing as MGTOW, but it's kind of basically telling you the truth about women and everything else. See what the world, what these people, these simps and women don't understand. From the time that a man is born, they are told that they have to protect and provide for a woman, which makes a man's life mainly becomes kind of a servant. You work your ass off all this long time to just be used by a female just so she can get a title to impress her friends. Most men don't need diamonds, but we did evil things in order to make money off women in weddings because women like jewelry. You understand that? Men have no stake in mining diamonds other than for money and for selling. Most of the consumption of diamonds is for consumption of women. Animals is 50-50 with that, but most of that comes from women. Clothes, shoes, fashion overall. These sweatshops that these women walk around, these sweatshops that pretty much pay absolutely nothing for these women to wear their clothes out in fashion and pose in every single photo. Look at social media right now. And you see women in clothes. You see women in clothes. You see them showing off their cars. You see them showing off the shoes. How many women built those cars? How many women made those clothes? How many women fought wars so they can have establishments all over the world? See, men are doing all the work and women just sit by and select who they select. And then they try to always seem to have an excuse for what they choose and the mistakes they made. They want a fall guy, and men are not having it anymore. See, let's say this. You have an 18-year-old girl. Well, let's say she's in high school or before middle school. She's hot in the pants. So from that point in middle school to high school, she's doing all this crazy reckless stuff. From that time till she's 30 years old, none of the men, she didn't put any expectation on any of the men that she gave away her sexuality to, right? So now you have a woman bitter, angry in the fact that she's been used. So now she wants to pass on the expectation onto a guy who she knows she can play and use for money, for dominance, and for a title. Red pill philosophy and even MGTOW philosophy was made for men to stop being used by women and stop letting women get away with everything that they've been doing to men for years. Men go to the service in the military and leave. Their wives cheat on them. Guys be in the police force. Their wives cheat on them. Guys be in construction, their wife cheat on them. We're not talking, and whoever viewed this video, don't say that men do it too, because the fact is, we're not talking about the majority small percent of men who can get women overall. We're talking about the small percent. We talking about the 80% of men who can't even get one girlfriend in their lifetime, or even two women to even sleep with. These guys don't have many bullets in their gun to shoot the target at a woman that they want. They don't have that. So we can't say that men cheat on women too. We're talking about men who don't have anything in the chamber after they hit the first target. That's all they have. They're limited. We're talking about men who are flawed and limited, and they get treated like trash by these women who are used up and dogged out. And these women want to bring all of their high expectations, their wore out sex, and their wore out mentality to a man who built himself up from the ground up without anybody around him in support. Women want to throw their family problems on this man, but they won't throw it on Tyrone. They want to throw their drug problem on a good man, but they won't throw it on Tyrone because Tyrone was doing drugs with him. They won't throw their drinking problem on Tyrone because they was getting high and having sex all the time. But they will go around and tell the good guy to take him on dates, buy them things, because Tyrone didn't do it. Is that fair to anybody, where you want a man to be a slave to you, but you don't have nothing new to present him at all? You see what this is? They want the simps kissing these women's asses, and these so-called alpha males. They want the men who they see under them to take care of all of their problems. They want foot soldiers to be bullet sponges for them. This is why they tell you to protect these women. They don't care about your life or anything you're going on. They don't care if you are have an impeccable schedule, you have a lot of money in the bank, or you're just intelligent enough not to start drama and trouble with anybody. They want you to jump out of your way, get hit by a bullet, or get beat up for a woman who don't want to like you, don't want to even give you a chance, won't even talk to you online, won't even give you a heart online, won't even give you a like online, won't even post you on her Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter and say this guy's a good guy. So they want you to put you to be the body sponge, because hey, they get to take trying to find a word. They get to take credit for what you done. Hey, that brother lost his life protecting the beautiful queen. Shout out to him. And every single time they talk about you, they're getting attention from you. So you lose your life over these women who starts the drama with somebody, and now you are even in jail or you're in the ground, and you got these pro-black simps and these so-called alpha males taking credit for the death that your life that you put on the line for them. Or sometimes they don't even give you that credit. They just move on and use another bullet sponge. Because guess what? At some point, you have to understand what they're trying to do when they say mass incarceration. They would rather have the good men who never did anything bad to be in jail, and they'd have the drug dealers and the stealers and all of them people to be outside. Because guess what? They're more popular than you. They look better than you. The geek, the noob, the geek, the loser, the weirdo, the one who they don't like, the small guys down the pants, those guys, they would rather them have in jail. Because guess what? If the nerds and stuff was getting locked up in jail, and the guys that was unpopular by everybody, they wouldn't be talking about prison mass incarceration. They wouldn't be talking about it. Just like the same people who never try to get an interview with That Shaw guy, the guy that stopped the mass shooter, no pro-black on YouTube ever tried to get an interview with no black heroes who saved the day in Black America. They never got an interview with him, and I made a video about that too. So they want you to be a bullet sponge so they can take credit. Just like when someone get killed by the police, they go out there marching. But the fact is, if a nerd get killed by the police, they will ignore the story altogether. This is what they want. They want you to be the slaves. They want you to be the simps. They want you to work your ass off and die with a woman that you don't like and pass on your money to them to do what they want to do with it. Because guess what? You worked your ass off that whole 10, 15 years and you amassed a good wealth. They want you to be with somebody who's unattractive, and then you die from the stress of being with this unattractive woman who's hard to deal with. And guess what? Guess what they're going to do to you? That's what they're going to do. They're going to move in with the girl, and they're going to use your money by using the girl and sleeping with the girl after you die. This is what they want you to do, and I'm trying to look out for a lot of people out here. That's what these simps and alpha males want. They want you to be as miserable as they are, so you don't get any higher than them. Because a man who don't have any attachments to any of these females at all can get higher and higher, and they can not only get higher, they don't even have to get higher. They can be ghosts in society. These guys who nobody wants and nobody looks at, they don't have to deal with the issues of being in jail or being racially profiled, because half of these guys are intelligent enough not to be at certain places at certain times. These guys are not even in the country. These guys are out of drama areas. But they want you to be their responsibility cleanup makers. They want to have a nice car and dirty it up and say, hey bro, we both black, clean my car, even though I never gave you a ride in the car, clean my car, and every time I dirty my car up, I want you to clean it because we both black and I'm alpha male and I look better than you and I'm better with girls. These are the people. Let me give you another example. They will mess up a house. These people want you to clean up a house that they messed up in and they partied in. Because hey, you're both black. But when you turn around and ask them to do something for you, they'll say, nah man, I got a family. Nah man, no, I don't want to do that for you. They want you to be a slave to them. Don't listen to none of these people. Don't even listen to me. Dissect whatever I'm telling you and take what you can use from it. And the rest you think is trash, throw it away. For them, do the same. Listen to their rhetoric. Listen to what they're saying to you in the form of insults. When they say things like MGTOW and red pill men are gay, it means that they want you to be with who they want you to be with so they can throw you in an agenda. They don't care about your safety. They don't care about your happiness. They don't care about you being happy. They care about what they care about. They care about you being a slave runner for them. You being the moneymaker and you being the guy that every time they screw up, they want you to clean up for them. They want you to get their sloppy seconds. They want you to take care of their kids, their cousins' kids. They want you to take care and be a husband to their fat, nasty behind sisters, or they fat aunts, or they fat behind aunts. They want you to be that man so they can tell you what to do, because they think that they can bully you physically because they've been in the street. And they think that just because they accumulated street points, that translates to real combat. And it doesn't. So they try to make you be a bully. This is why they're coming online in droves now. You never seen an influx of black females talking about MGTOW, even females in general talking about MGTOW the way they're doing it now at the end half of 2018. Because they know that these men are ghost men. These guys are not around for their drama and their trouble. And these men have access. They have a lot of skill and equipment to them that the men that they've been dealing with don't have. It might be superior knowledge. It might be superior mentality. It might be spiritual levels. It might be even the skill to play video games. It might be knowledge of anime. It might be the knowledge to be organized. These men that they never looked at has all of these traits and all of these qualities, and they wondering where are these guys at? And they're trying to chip away at the MGTOW and the red pill men, and they trying to do it with these simps and these guys who are former side dudes, which I'm about to make a video about that after this video. But they're trying to make these guys, they're literally disposing of these guys or putting these guys on hold. Because what these women gonna do is talk MGTOW rhetoric and talk red pill rhetoric, and this is what these women gonna do. If the men start to believe their bullshit, right, and get with a wife and get married, and it doesn't turn out right, and then the same men come to these women and say, wait, you told me to get married. You told me to do this. You said that these women are good. You said this type of woman is good. You said this woman is good. You said that woman is good. But she ended up doing the same thing to me that my friend said, that my friend is doing the same thing. And these women gonna say, well, who cares? Try again. Because everybody gets hurt. But she took half of my money. Well, you can still try to do it again. They will be unempathetic to the information or the advice that they gave you that hurt you. Don't listen to these people, because guess what? With their advice comes consequences, and the consequences, they won't ever face the consequences. They would never face the facts of what the consequences of what the stuff that they're trying to tell you to do. If you're dying, they're not going to care about if you die. If you lose whatever you built, they're going to sit there and laugh in your face. Don't listen to none of these people. They just want to have you in chains and make you become a slave again so they can bang your wife, bang your girlfriend, and let your wife and girlfriend spend your money on them. Because this is what they are. The core of these guys are just a bunch of dudes who ran out of time, and they don't like the fact that they can't control men, and they can't get a high off these guys that they think is lower than them women. They are mad that they can't have sex with your wife or your girlfriend because you're not even in the country. They're mad at that. They're mad at the fact that you don't have a girlfriend that they can try to get with in the bedroom. They're mad at that. And these women are mad that they can't use you and abuse you and sleep with these guys that they agree with. They're mad at that. Don't listen to these guys, man. Don't listen to them. They just want to make you a slave.